homosexual faggot dipshit motherfucker. Fuck you, that's why. Cause fuck you, that's why. Cause helmets suck, that's why. And commies like you swallow, that's why. Fuck Pete Wilson, that's why. Fuck Dick Floyd, that's why.
How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the Liberty Bowl. So, we're going to be talking about a whole bunch of different stuff today. Apparently, fucking, even the video game world is starting to get in on trashing the old Brandon fucking economy right now. So, it's a fucking awesome. I mean, it's a pretty fucking cool little thing. We'll go ahead and break it down and stuff like that. Fucking, I'll go ahead and put it on full screen and all that shit. But yeah, man, some pretty crazy shit. So. Yeah, I haven't really been paying too much attention to the news. I've been pretty busy these last couple of days, but I noticed today that what is it? Italy's fucking prime minister dissolved fucking parliament or whatever the fuck they have there. So
yeah,
so they're opening up for early elections for everything, I guess.
Yeah, then they do that on a regular basis. Like whenever there's the way that their government's set up, anything that had to do with like Spain, basically. That's like Spaniard-esque as far as their government structure goes. That's they tend to do that. Like they don't like the way it goes, they'll just keep dissolving it until they come to a party that they like, who they are as the same as I guess as who they are here, right?
Right.
I mean,
do you think it's anything to do with all the rest of the fucking globalist fucking I guess underdogs like fucking Sri Lanka and shit like that fucking starting to fall apart?
Their inflation's sky high right now, and it's the same story as we're seeing around for sure. It's a green agenda, these liberal tenets that have been rolled out that have just crushed economies.
Yeah, they're fucking, what was it? Biden was just fucking talking about his green agenda, his executive orders that he's gonna push through because he gave him and many others he knew cancer back in Delaware.
Yeah, and it's standing in front of a trash dump as well, right? Was that not the jewel to the crown right there, man?
Right.
Classic shit. But
right.
Yeah, I mean, he basically just told you he's willing to sacrifice you, your kids, your grandkids, and more than likely your great grandkids to make sure the planet doesn't heat up another half a degree in the next century. So
right.
that's a great plan. He's really doing it.
I saw this. Actually, I sent you the picture that like the little bloody circle with all the like outer circles of all the different isms and shit like that. Like I'll go ahead and post it up on the video here so everyone else can see it. But dude, it's funny, man. Like because we're involved in quite a few libertarian groups, throughout Facebook and Twitter spheres and all this and that shit and True Socials and everything. And it's funny. I kind of made the observation, dude. Like we got more fucking isms than the liberals got fucking pronouns, man. I'm slightly anarchist, but I have a little bit of a libertarian leaning. I guess you could call me a manarchist. What the deal? Like for real, dude. Like fucking a lot of these motherfuckers in these like really super like extreme libertarian political groups. They're more like prima donna than fucking the goddamn liberals sometimes. You know what I mean? Yeah, and
they will absolutely attack you just like them, and
right.
Half of them are just as delusional.
Right. Dude, it's great. Like just the total degradation of all society. Like, I don't want to say that because a lot of people really are smart, to in these groups and stuff like that. It's just some of the stuff that they try to argue is completely stupid.
It's the whole stupid smart people argument.
Exactly.
It's that time.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to tell with dabs, especially because you gotta time it, all that type shit. So it makes it kind of. That's why usually when I do the intros by myself, I kind of have everything all timed out, set up, do myself a little 1 minute intro, give the dab timer enough time to go down, and then I got it down to a science by now. Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, so some pretty funny shit though. But let me go ahead and pull up this Rockstar Games for you. Oh shit! Let me go ahead and share the screen with you actually, so you can see it. So, fucking LOL, Biden's crappy economy hits fictional video game sites. So let's go ahead and check out this old trailer here.
Breaking news.
It is hot out there, folks.
This summer continues to break records for the hottest temperature since last year.
We know you're definitely not heading out of town, not with these gas prices.
It's insane. It's like I'm back in 1981. Oil tycoons are back in style, which is good for business, right?
You know, Zero, that
See what I mean about how it's got some of those liberal undertones? It's the oil tycoons making this all happen, you know?
Yeah.
See what I mean? You know, of course, it's fucking Rockstar Games. They ain't gonna fucking try and fight the libtard media system, right? So
Right. It is, but it is hitting the nail on the head. Like,
Dude.
it's 1981.
right?
That big oil company just got a shipment hit by pirates. We got a way to make bank off of it, man.
You ever heard of the Duggins? Oil and gas people making some serious dollar with the prices being high, yo.
Today's serving of crazy comes with heavy ballistic armor and anger management issues.
I smell a conspiracy. This is only the beginning.
Shit's pretty great,
That's
right?
great.
Like,
Yeah.
it's funny because like they don't want to admit that it's from fucking things being ran shitty and shit like that, but they at the same time don't want to go against they don't want to bite the hand that feeds, you know.
Right.
It's pretty crazy, but at the same, like, fucking everybody's fucking feeling the pinch, everybody's fucking noticing it, and everybody really knows why. It's just the fucking the people, the cult members, they can't admit it, you know. Otherwise they'll be
Cognitive
exiled.
dissonance runs deep.
Right?
Right.
It's pretty crazy. You'll be labeled a right-wing conspiracy theorist. First you'll be called racist, but then you'll be called a right-wing conspiracy theorist.
White supremacist.
Right. Doesn't matter what
We
color
all
you
know
are.
that's the greatest threat to America.
Right? Fucking damn Clarence Thomas, Uncle Tom, motherfucking white supremacists.
Right.
Like, that's not a racist statement. It's absolutely ridiculousness, man. But yeah, it's just pretty funny though, man. I mean, like I said, it does definitely have those liberal undertones. But the one thing that I do kind of notice is that is of course the negative thing, and I don't want to sound like the video games are fighting our rotting our kids' brains and shit. It's like we are in an economy that is very similar to that, and really basically, like they say, like, oh, like let's hit some oil shipments, or like fucking let's go rob gas stations, or let's go fucking rob gas stations for gas. Like, not even rob them for cigarettes or money or beer or anything like that. Like, let's go rob fucking gas stations and steal the gas. Like we're seeing that happen all over the place, and it's I mean, granted, like I say, it's already a problem going on, but I don't feel like you need to kind of promote that out to everybody else, that you're like, hey man, this is a crazy way to make money in this crazy ass fucking fucked off economy, like it's, like I said, I don't want to be that guy that's like, oh, they're promoting violence and this and that shit. But I mean, let's all be honest, dude. I only played fucking Grand Theft Auto so I could practice running away from the police. You know what I mean? Fucking, I don't know. But
I only played it to run people over. I think I might have accomplished a couple of missions on there.
Right. I've never completed an entire Grand Theft Auto.
Right. Me
Like,
either.
I honestly
Not a
just
single
played
time.
it to fuck around, dude. Like, 'cause it's fun, At the same time, I'm not completely retarded, and I know how to separate reality from video games, So
Right.
I'm pretty aware that you can't just go run up to someone's car and fucking just start shooting at them. Yeah. Speaking of which, man, that fucking article I sent you, right? Did you read it? Like
Yeah, that's absolutely insane because of some windshield fluid
Right.
splashed on his Beamer.
Right. Where's that? Like fucking Seattle or Portland? Fucking the North Atlantic, right?
It's yeah, and it's
Fucking
directly
Libtard
from
Central.
the people that want to take their guns. Yeah.
Right. And fucking, yeah, dude, it's fucking from the most fucking libtard fucking place in America. Like, this is what happens when fucking citizens don't have guns. That's what happens when when men are demasculated and fucking are afraid to defend themselves. This is what happens when fucking you feel like you have to call the motherfucking police and sit and wait while the person murders you. Like this is the fucking the dilemma that we're breeding, you know, fucking with this whole, just, I guess, fucking, you know, fear porn that is the mainstream media.
And in the meantime, I mean, you know, like again, the heroic mall shooter, right? I mean,
right. And
I mean, he took care of business.
That gets suppressed though. You know, it's not scary enough. Fucking, if anything, like I say, it's fucking inspiring. You know, like we can't have fucking people inspired to be vigilantes. Like,
yeah, as if shopping
backward ass
with
fucking world we live in, man.
Yeah, as if shopping with your lady and defending your lives with the only weapon that you have is, you know, vigilante. I mean, the problem is the people judging the shooter. Right. It's definitely not the shooter.
Have you been seeing those memes going around? Like the FBI agents, like, fuck, like we were working on this guy for months. Like,
yeah.
Oh, fucking
yeah, and just like the last, again. I mean, where do these guys get these firearms at?
Right.
You know what I mean? I mean, like, what was the one guy, Uvalde? Mm-hmm. What did he have? Like $6,500 in firearm, you know, and other equipment. Like, right. I mean,
they say that he was able to save it up from you know, living with his grandmother and shit. But still, I mean, like, I don't know if literally someone, like I say, all these people fucking posted to message boards. I actually did that video, you know, like a month back about you know, the FBI and that article that they put out a few years ago saying that, you know, like hoax threats online are a serious crime, and we investigate every single one of them like to the fullest. Meaning that every time someone posts any type of fucking you know, violent manifesto or violent agenda or things like that online, they look into it, you know. And it's just crazy. You know, I'm not gonna say, you know, it's all conspiracy. You know, I'm sure a lot of it has to do with the culture and society that we're bringing. You know, this viral society. Like I think we talked about it. You know, like the last episode or something like that. You know, we're basically you know, like, you know, kids are willing to go walk up to their grandmother and slap her right across the face just to see if they could get, you know, 100 likes on fucking TikTok. You know, or just to see if they could get more. Like, dude, like what the like? It's no wonder that. You know, these young kids are getting these ideas that if I just go shoot up a whole bunch of places, I'll be remembered, you know? But,
you know, I mean, you know as well as I do, though, most of that boils down to parenting as well, or lack thereof. I mean, you know, especially the society we've built is where there's no parents at home the vast majority of the time. Most houses, both, you know, parents have to work. And you get a kid that's raised on what you were just talking about, you know, grand theft and, you know, all this, you know, deviant shit on, you know, Netflix and whatnot.
Right.
And, you know, and this is the end result.
Yeah.
Really. And then you got, you know, and then also you got the Frankfurt School of Education bumping out mentally ill, emotionally unstable, you know, kids by trying to confuse them with, you know, men can be women and yada, yada.
Right. It's trying
it's
trying to subvert their minds, you know, just in general. You know, like fucking Yuri Bezmenov talked about fucking ideological subversion.
Right, that's it. I was just gonna say, dude, do your Yuri impression, bro.
Yep. Always, man. Ideological subversion.
Right.
But
it's weird that
it's
weird that old Tim out here saying like it's a stereotypical thing to mention Yuri.
Right. But at the same time, dude, a lot of people that I, you know, go out and randomly red pill and shit like that, they've never heard of it. They've never heard of Yuri Bezmenov. You know, like if they do, they think like, oh, like so they sent him over here to put out that video to like ideologically subvert. It's like, no, dude, like he's a KGB defector, like defector, like. But it's pretty.
Yeah, and if they do watch it, if they do click on it or something, like most people, I mean, they got the attention span of a piece of toast, so they might get in 8 to 10 minutes, and then it's a wrap.
Yeah, is actually red pilled someone today. I actually almost kind of felt a little bit bad, you know, because he was telling me about, you know, like his what his you know, goals were and stuff like that, what his dreams were and stuff like that, and one of them was you know, kind of weird, but he always wanted to work at Disney. Like he's always wanted to like, you know, like he's been in love with Disney since he was a little kid, you know? And so I asked him, I was like, so what do you think about, you know, all the controversy with them in the media and stuff lately? And he's like, what are you talking about? I'm like you haven't heard any of this stuff going on? And so I showed him the video of that, you know, executive meeting, and dude, his face just like dropped, like he looked like heartbroken, dude. Like he's like, like that's not okay. Like, why are they doing that? Like, dude, I felt so bad. I was like I'm sorry, man. Like, that's reality, dude. Right.
Right. That's good stuff right there, buddy. That's that's a for real red pill, bro.
Yeah, dude. Like, for real, just face dropped. He's like, oh my god. Like, it's madness, man. Like, I don't know how you missed that one though. That one was a pretty widespread one. I would think. I don't know, but then again, you know, like I say, that's the dangers of being stuck in an echo chamber. You know, that's why I honestly don't fuck around with True Social really anymore. Like, for the most part, you know, I share the videos on there, but I don't really talk to people on there anymore. You know, because it's complete, you know, echo chamber, and if anything, it's become a Christian conservative echo chamber. That's why, you know. Me not being a Christian and such, they don't really like me there. Doesn't matter, you know, like how great my ideals are, you know, like what, you know, how you know, great American fucking ideals I hold and shit like that. You know, like, you're not Christian? Get out of here. You know, like, it's
and
it's a cult.
again, I mean, it's hilarious that people will be like, we have to. You know, we gotta band together as, you know, this group, as, you know, Republicans, for example, and then you know, but they'll attack you just like, you know, the opposing group if you have any different views. And right. You know, to me, it's at the point where, you know, you have to come together for sure. It's definitely a coalesce moment, but you got to come together on the big picture and work out the details later.
Right.
Really, I mean, no sense squabbling and staying divided. And this is what splits tickets on a regular basis. Luckily, here in Arizona, it looks like we're going to have a clean sweep. But we'll see, right?
Yeah. But freaking, I don't know, man. Like I said, I'm becoming a bit black-pilled with Arizona myself, dude. Like, I mean, I like the conservative values that we hold here, but I hate our state government. Like, there's like the, you know, I've been posting that meme that I made, you know, about you know, Arizona admitting that, you know, their economy would collapse without the, you know, cheap slave labor force of the prison system. And you know, I've been posting that meme around, and, you know, like, with statistics and stuff like that, you know, with, you know, numbers, you know, since the 80s and the drug wars and stuff like that, fucking our prison population in Arizona has increased by 500+% and growing.
Wow.
You know, it's like 78% of inmates have previous substance abuse problems, you know, and 1.5% are fucking sex offenders. Like, dude, like, how is our fucking, I mean, like I said, they look on sex offenders like, oh, they're just misunderstood. Like, dude, fuck them. They're fucking pieces of shit. You know, like I don't know, it's just, the whole like fucking, like I say, we notice in the media right now, and in the court systems, they're trying to fucking pack people that are fucking soft on pedophiles. You know, I don't know if that's an old Jeffrey Epstein fucking conspiracy, or if they're trying to, like I say, if they're trying to fucking soften America to pedophilia and shit like that, make it seem like it's not so bad. But dude, these people are fucking sick, you know. But anyway, back what I was going to about sharing that meme around. I've been sharing it in two different groups. I've been sharing it in conservative, you know, Republican groups, and I've been sharing it in Libertarian groups. All the response in the Libertarian groups is, you know, pretty much outrage. It's like, what the fuck, you know, like, holy shit, like, how is this, you know, going down in America, you know, things like that, you know. And then from all the conservative, you know, Republican fucking groups and shit like that, it's all, oh, good for Arizona. You know, they're figuring out how to you know make it and shit like that. And then I start posting the statistics and stuff like that. And then for the most part, you know, a lot of people just kind of like stop talking. You know, when I you know, post about, you know, like, we have mandatory minimum, you know, for first offense drug, you know, busts and shit like that. You know, I start posting things like that. I start posting things about, you know, the statistics about the percentage population increase since the 80s. I start, you know, posting all this shit. I fucking post about how inmates fucking make your school's bread that your kids are eating. And like I say, a lot of them get kind of, I don't know, either they stop talking to me or they get red pilled. I don't, like I say, they stop responding, so I can't really tell. But like I say, a lot of the conservative fucking values is like, cool, they're making money off of slave labor, right on, you know. But
that's what I was just gonna go. I was just gonna say, I mean, that's because the vast majority of them support that kind of shit, man.
Right.
I mean, you know, I mean, while the left is kind of known as the party of debauchery and deviance, at the same time, like, they're trying to reverse that kind of shit. I mean, they go to the extreme as far as that's concerned.
Yep.
And then you got the right that's like, okay, this is a country of laws and whoop-de-whoop, but then they go to the extreme, right. And they, like you just said, first-time drug offender, you're going to prison or something.
Right.
Like, I mean, not, now you're a slave of the state, boy. Right. I mean, come on, man. That is going way too far. And, I mean, as far as drug war goes, period, I mean, to me, I mean, consenting adults, right? I mean, as long as you're not selling to kids or, out committing crimes to attain drugs, what the fuck is the problem, man?
Right.
Stay in your house. Don't drive fucked up.
Exactly, dude. Like, be a fucking moral, like, have common sense morals, Like, it's not that hard, Like I say, I don't abide by every goddamn law that fucking, my government fucking says, but I abide by the ones that make sense,
Of course, yeah. I mean, and the ones that, like, truly keep you safe, like a mask versus, I don't want to use a seatbelt because a lot of people will argue with me on that. But, I mean, obviously, it has saved, I'm sure millions of lives, man, since the law's been instituted.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So.
Yeah, but just want to make a side note before people start posting in the comments about like, oh, well, they pay their, the inmates a wage and stuff like that. It's literally pennies. It's cents per hour. And then at the same time, you don't have a choice. If you refuse to work when they assign you a job, then you're going to get your privileges removed. You're going to get your visits taken away. You're going to get your phone privileges taken away. If you have a TV, that's getting taken away. So, and on top of that, you're going to get fucking points, which could move you up to a higher level yard, which has much more violent offenders. Honestly, I was moved to a much higher yard, which I didn't mind. I found the structure there to be much better. The inmate structure is less liberal, I would say. It's a lot more structured and like I said, you get some structure behind you there, but. Yeah, again, I'm not shilling out for the state. I'm shilling out for the fucking inmates, But
yeah, like I said, I don't know about here, but I know, like in Michigan, for instance, man, if you go to state facilities and whatnot, you get a bill, man.
Yeah.
Like after you get out, you got a bill waiting for you.
Yeah. Actually, yes, that is here too. You do get a release money. I think it's about like that much. It used to be fucking back in the day, fucking it's actually still written in Arizona's laws that fucking when you get released from prison, you get released with a horse and a pistol.
No, I don't mean like a bill, like $100 bill. I mean like a bill like they're billing you, like you stayed there, like you.
Jesus.
Yeah, exactly.
Yep. Yeah, fucking But in Arizona, when you get released, I believe it's I don't remember. It's been so long since I got released, and like I say, it's really not much. It was like enough to get a cell phone, so that way you could check in with your parole officer. But
yeah, I'm glad I didn't go that route, bro.
Right, dude. Like I said, definitely would have recommended. Not like I said, not chilling out for fucking prison, not chilling out for living a immoral, debaucherous life or anything like that. Definitely abide by the laws, or at least be smart enough to not get caught, and I don't know. Don't go to prison, people. It's not a good place.
2 out of 5 stars, man. Would not recommend, bro.
Right? Shit. But shit. Fucking, you got anything else, man?
Like I said, I wanted to talk about the green energy scam happening. Like you were saying, it's setting off social, uplifting or uplift and complete breakdown all over the planet.
Yeah.
And obviously, similar things have been instituted here. Hence the reason where the energy costs are like they are, and inflation, yada yada. And like I said, please, people, when you vote this November, think for yourselves, man. Think for your grandkids. Think for your kids. Don't let them turn us into Sri Lanka right now, please. Right. Really, that's all I want to say.
Everyone thinks like what was it fucking you've seen fucking American Horror Story Apocalypse, right? Fucking when he comes in and he's like fucking everyone just thought that America was this, or civilization was this giant rock. Turns out it was a balloon. All it took was one little prick for it to pop. That's some real fucking shit right there. Like,
yeah, and we're trying to be pushed that direction, man.
Yep. It's pretty
Really,
fucking,
I mean, we could go off.
it's pretty nuts, man.
We could go off in a tangent right now, you know. I mean, we're talking,
Do it up,
the
man.
plant closures, the plant fires, obviously the cost of energy, shutting down ways to create energy, revoking leases, stopping drilling in federal lands. I mean, this is obvious planned implosion. And for all those out there that'll go, this guy's a conspiracy theory. Actually, think for yourself and think about where we were as a country 2 years ago, even just coming out of a pandemic to where we are now. And it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's worse now than it was during lockdowns. I mean, shelves are empty. They're telling you there's going to be food shortages while making it harder to get things.
Right.
I mean, think about it.
Right. So I'm gonna go ahead and say one little thing here because I got like 10 seconds before this is ready. But so what I think this is that what their idea is disorder craves order. Basically that's my whole argument as to why an anarchist type of society will never work, because someone is going to want to the people are going to want someone to take control, and someone is going to want to take control. So that's why I say their whole idea for this is because disorder craves order.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. And I believe with enough fear porn and enough propaganda, people will vote their rights away without issue. I mean, really.
We're seeing it happen every fucking day, every year after year, election after election. I mean, like fucking Ron Paul said in fucking, was it either the manifesto, fucking every 2 years we're treated to the same fucking two bullshit decisions. Like basically neither of them fucking support you.
Do you see the downgrade in politicians? I mean, you talk about Ron Paul. That's the reason he garnered so much attention and was breaking attendance records and whatnot, is because he was speaking some old knowledge, some wisdom, and people don't have that no more.
Right.
I mean, even now, I know my parents, easily goaded, easily feared. Like, old 1984 that just happened was legit the end of the world at their house. My mom didn't leave the house for 2 years, basically.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, insane. Yeah.
We see a lot of people that did that, dude. A lot of people like literally are just coming back from down in the mountains right now. Like from literally coming back to civilization. And it's pretty crazy. Like I know I've seen a few people, that told me like, oh yeah, I just came back after 2 years, like I've been off in, a cabin in the woods. Like, Jesus, dude, like you were that afraid. It's crazy.
Yeah, amazing that people can buy that hook, line, and sinker. Just give up everything. Just stop functioning, man. Like, dude, I'd have to see for real. It would have to be like the plague, man. Like my neighbor would have to run out with sores everywhere and stuff for me to actually be like, I'm going to give up everything I've worked for right now just to run and hide. I mean, it would have to be some serious bubonic style issue, man.
For real. That's the way the media made it out to be, though. I mean, especially the people that only watch CNN, dude, they probably thought the world was about to end. I know I did for the first couple of days, before that's, like I say, that was really kind of awoke me to like, what the fuck? This is all full of shit, Like, and that's what really got me into like, mad researching fucking what's going on with our, society and our political system and stuff like that. Like I say, like I have an obsession for learning. Once my mind clings onto something, I'll obsess over it. And it seems like I found a bottomless pit with politics.
Yeah, for sure.
Right?
I mean, stretching back decades.
Yeah.
For real.
Yeah. And it's pretty good. Like, I don't know if I can. So I want to kind of touch back on what you're saying about, like how kind of Ron Paul was, starting to build a following and stuff like that. I think a lot of it was like you were saying, a lot of those people didn't understand those type of old school fucking, politics and things like that. And it's I feel like kind of the same thing with like libertarianism and things like that in general, like it's not really something that people really go out and recruit. It doesn't seem like, or when people do go out and recruit, they're called fucking right-wing conspiracy theorists and fucking shit like that, and so fucking people don't want to listen to them. But I think we're coming to an age where people want to hear the conspiracies now because they're all coming true, so I think people are looking into it more. But I don't like I say like libertarianism and like all these fucking isms and shit fucking that people are like super deep into and stuff like that. Like I said, it's not dumb people. Even socialism, the people that fucking that shill for fucking socialism, they're not fucking idiots either. Just they have completely different ideals as to how society should work than we do. It's just but they're not
some of
dumb.
them are
just,
some of them I give credit.
They're fucking stupid smart people, or the
Yeah,
other way around.
I mean, some of them I give credit like that, but there are other ones that are. I mean, you try to talk to them, and I mean, obviously, I'm just an average Joe,
Right.
and you try to talk to these people, and they say the most insane shit I've ever heard. Like you don't know if they're joking or not. I mean, it's. I mean, especially when it comes to economics, you're like, dude, are you shitting me?
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually I was watching earlier today. Fucking Vosh was debating Econo Boy. I only got into like the first couple minutes of it because I was onto my drive, but they're both pretty left leaning. So his is pretty interesting. Like I say, if I can, but I don't know. Vosh is fucking is completely out of his fucking mind, retarded. Just he'll argue the dumbest shit, like just like his fucking.
Bro, that's what I mean.
His debate with Alex Stein, dude, like is cringe as fuck. Like Jesus.
He's like, dude, is this satire? You know what I mean? I mean,
like, dude, how much are you getting
for
paid
real.
for this?
Yeah. I mean, yeah. How much are you getting paid to make yourself look like a complete stooge, man?
Right? How big of a capitalist are you
real.
being to look like a stooge right now?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, cash and checks, man.
Right.
For just like old Burns, dude. Oh, feeling the Burns, bro. He's fucking, socialism this, dude. We gotta tax the millionaires and billionaires.
No,
Then he becomes a millionaire.
just billionaires.
We gotta tax the billionaires. Yeah. And,
Right.
At his third vacation home, giving a speech about taxing billionaires and shit. Like, dude, and
Right.
people buy it, dude. They
Right.
want him to run this time. They're talking about that guy running again, dude. Like, are you shitting me, bro?
For real, man. It's fucking completely outrageous. Like, but that's the thing though. I guess it's a lot easier to sell socialism than libertarianism because it's a lot easier to sell free shit than freedom. At least I don't feel like it should be. But it is in the society we live in today.
It's easier to sell a teat than it is accountability, dog.
Yep. That's
Really?
the thing, man. Just fucking, it's not your fault. It's society let you down. It's not.
Yeah.
It's not because you fucking are too lazy to get up and work, or it's not because fucking there's a drink spilled on the counter. I don't want to clean that up. Like, dude, fuck you, man. Like, that's a society
you made a
that we've
series
bred.
of bad decisions.
Right? Yeah. You've been coddled for too damn long. Nobody's ever told you you're a fucking retard. And if they did, they probably got sued for it.
They got sued for it.
For real, man. Like, that's the fucking society that I don't want to say but because we're here trying to fucking reverse that. We're here trying to re-educate society, but that's a society that America has bred, over the last few decades.
Yeah.
Over the last few decades,
Yeah.
definitely, because like I said, back in the 30s and fucking the pre fucking World War II shit like that, fucking America was pretty damn conservative. America was pretty damn proud, I mean, after during the Korean War and stuff like that, like fucking once the baby boomers were starting to get into their teenagers and they're starting to turn into the hippies and shit like that, that's when the real degradation of America seemed to fully set in, when the whole anti-Americanism set in.
I think it was opulence, man. We've discussed this before. I think it was basically the United States becoming ancient Greece real fast.
Yeah.
And good times, bro. Good times breed soft men, and that's exactly what happened. You got
Right.
a bunch of people that have never had real adversity, and they search for it, so they find it in the stupidest places.
Right. By following the law, though, that's the greatest white pill that you could have, though. Fucking good times breed soft men. The opposite is the whole statement is actually the opposite as well. Fucking
Right.
hard times or you know what I'm trying to say. The thing.
Yeah.
Fucking. So
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. I feel like hard times are gonna breed some pretty strong men, some stronger society at least, at least just fucking men again, not this whole metrosexual fucking woke, dude that we got walking around fucking Portland, Oregon's, and fucking Seattle's and shit, you know?
Yeah, I feel like you can see it, yourself. Just walk down the road in your neighborhood. Like I swear, when I was a kid, there was at least 6 guys on your block that that would scrap, man, that you didn't mess with.
Exactly.
And now it's just old people and weird little Fruit Loops.
Right.
I mean, for the most part. I mean, obviously, the saying, every neighborhood's got a fool that puts down, right? But
oh yeah,
it used to be a whole gang in every neighborhood.
With Antifa, that's usually the 400-pound guy that fucking, once he fucking takes one swing, he's gonna be out of breath. So, I mean, everybody else on their team is fucking a rail. Everyone else on their team is a goddamn fucking coat rack.
Yeah, with green hair and whatnot.
Right. But, so, you got anything else you wanna throw in before we wrap this up, man?
I'm good. You know it. Take it, dude.
All right. Well, everybody, we appreciate you guys, checking out the show. We appreciate the new subscribers. I think we're up to like 75 right now, man. We're just growing, like 4 or 5 a day seems. But good times, man. Fucking, we definitely appreciate everyone stopping by, listening to what we got to say. We definitely, like I say, we're really trying to hope for a white pill society, because the black pill society is not a good thing, But anyway, that's about all I got to say, man. Peace.
All right, and don't forget to say we got the old asshole coming in, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh man,
one of these days.
Definitely check back. Yeah, we'll have some new content.
But it was the same thing I said about you at the beginning, man. Like, I remember the first couple episodes. I was like, oh, we're gonna have another dude coming on. Like, don't worry, he's coming, you guys. Then finally, I was like, maybe I should just stop saying it. And eventually, here you are. Now you're making your own episodes, all this shit, man. Fucking
right.
Good times, man. But, all right, you guys, peace.
Smell you later.